Join me right now is featherweight contender Christian Lee. He'll be fighting on January 19th at One Eternal Glory in Indonesia. What's going on, Christian?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you.
I saw that you recently got back from vacation. How was your trip?
The trip was great. Much needed time off.
First thing I want to get into is One Heart of a Lion last November in Singapore. It was a very hectic environment. You know, the stress levels was high. Your sister had her fight canceled, and you were getting ready for a fight on 5 days' notice. Were the nerves any different going into that fight?
For me, I was just excited. I was already in training camp. I always stay ready, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is. If they give me a fight, I will take it.
Kazuki Tokudome, he fought Jadamba in his first fight, his debut in one championship. Jadamba couldn't finish him. You only had a few days to prepare, and you went in there and finished him. What was the game plan? Was there any game plan going in?
The game plan was to finish him quick, and that's what we got done. But in this short time that we did have to prepare, we just took a look at his game. We figured out what we thought would work for him, and it turns out exactly what we had planned for came to fruition in the fight.
What in-fight adjustments did you make to get that first round knockout?
Well, I noticed, for one thing, he was a southpaw, and he liked to circle towards my right. So when I stepped in, and my right-hand cross was there every time, and that's what led me to dropping him and then eventually finishing him on the ground.
Was it easy? Was it easier than you expected when you went in there and finished him?
No, actually, I knew that he was a very tough opponent. He's a veteran. He won multiple titles in other organizations. But the thing is, we came in there with a specific game plan, and I just was able to execute it to a T. And that's what made the fight look easy. But it was just hours of training and preparation in the gym, planning, that made this victory seem easy, although it was a lot of hard work.
At that same event, your sister, Angela Lee, she got her fight canceled. What exactly happened that week, and what is her status now?
So we got word from doctors that she had a bulging disc in her back, and we ultimately decided to call the fight. But however, it was only to be postponed. Angela is better now. She's healthy, and she's actively preparing. She will be back in action March. Not sure the date right now, but March in Japan. She'll be fighting on that card, moving up in weight to challenge Yang Jingnan for her strawweight title.
Definitely. I'm glad that you guys decided to pull out, because a lot of fighters, even though they do have a bulging disc, they'll go on and fight. But you and your sister are very young in your career, so it's good to make these decisions. Whose decision was it ultimately?
It was ultimately my dad's decision. If you ask Angela, she was ready to take that fight that day. But ultimately, we trust in our dad as our head coach and as our father, and so he makes that final call.
Yeah, you got to go with your dad's decision, right?
Yeah.
Now you're going to Jakarta. You're co-main eventing the event. You're facing Edward Kelly again. Many felt you should have taken a fight, with another contender like Jadamba or even Lee Kai-Wen. Why does this fight make sense to you?
Well, the thing is, right now, I have almost completely cleared out my division. However, Edward Kelly is he's an opponent that I got disqualified against, and I just don't like to see that loss on my record. So if you go back and watch the fight, clearly it was not a loss. However, I just want to use this as a chance to erase that disqualification, to make a wrong a right, and it's just another fight for me. I want to stay busy. I want to stay active, and if I clear everybody out, then there's going to be no one left. So I got to take my time with my fights, and this just made the most sense at the time.
Yeah, you are in an interesting position because in your division, you already fought for the title. You actually fought the champion twice, and you have no choice in a way. Is you just got to continue fighting until they have no choice. The promotion has no choice. The champ has no choice. So, is that your attitude right now? You're just gonna continue just fighting whoever comes along and just beating them and beating every single person in the division?
Absolutely. I am in a bit of a tricky situation where I'm the number one contender in my division. However, I just fought the champ in May, so it's really kind of a complicated situation. So what I plan on doing is just staying busy. Whoever they throw at me, I'll finish, and I just want to keep improving my record, keep cashing paychecks, and just keep staying busy.
Do you feel that if you don't get a title shot, this year, even if you beat the top contenders or whoever comes along, is there any chance in in the future that you would go up to lightweight? Because I thought the lightweight tournament would have been an opportunity for you to kind of get in there, with the position that you're in. Did you ever think about that?
Oh, absolutely. Um, I actually, by the time I found out about the Lightweight Grand Prix, it was pretty much too late to put my name in the hat, as they were all top contenders already and they were chosen. However, if a slot opens up, I'm definitely in. You can put my name in there. I'm eager to fight the best, whether it's in featherweight or lightweight, and definitely I plan on moving up eventually. However, I also plan on being a multi-division champion. So my goal is to take out the featherweight division first and then move up to lightweight. But if a spot opens up in the Grand Prix, I'm all for it.
So it is a lot of incentive this year to be ready all the time, every time, right?
Absolutely. There's going to be no rest for me this year. I'm going to stay in fight shape and ready to go whenever the call comes.
All right, going back to that Edward Kelly matchup, do you feel that there is a psychological edge that you have going into this rematch over Edward Kelly?
You know, I think there's going to be pluses and minuses going into it. For one, of course, I've already finished Edward Kelly. I've taken him down, finished in the referee called the fight. But this also acts as a second chance for him. And I know that if Edward Kelly took this fight, his goal is to finish me. And so, of course, no one's going to take a fight they plan on losing. So I expect to face the hungriest, most dangerous Edward Kelly that there is, because he's going to be coming out to finish me. So I'm prepared for anything.
You're doing your training camp simultaneously with your brother-in-law, Bruno Pucci. And Bruno Pucci is going to face an opponent that you have faced before. Is it helpful for both you guys to be training together at the same time? Is the environment different right now?
No, it's great, actually. We're both featherweights. We're both training for a fight on the same date, and it just makes things simpler rather than having to prepare for two different events, two different times. And also, it's an opponent that I've already faced, so I can give Bruno insight on the match. I can, and we can help prepare in the same way. So it's going great. The training camp has been great, and on January 19th, the world is going to see how much Bruno Pucci has evolved, because really the training he's put in here at United MMA is really going to show.
I know that you've helped Bruno Pucci a lot, but Bruno Pucci is a world-class grappler. How much has he affected your game?
We're trading technique on a daily basis, and it helps to have another high-level training partner in the gym. We're able to push each other and learn from each other every day, and so it's been a great relationship.
I saw that the last year you had Daichi Abe, former Pancrase welterweight champion, and he recently signed with one championship. How was it training with him? Was it, because he has like a judo background, did he help you a lot in improving like throws and things like that?
Yeah, the cross training has been great. We met Daichi through our Muay Thai coach here, Haru Shimanishi. He had a close relationship with Daichi, and I've actually trained with him for a few years now. He's come back from Japan periodically to train at our gym. And yeah, he's got a real strong judo base. He's got heavy hands, and training and sparring with him has always been great.
Have you done any other cross training in the recent months?
Um, yeah, whoever, Hawaii is such a talent-filled island. We just cross-train all the time. We just find the best guys on the island. We pull them in to do rounds, to do training. Just recently, not too long ago, before Max's title fight, we got together and did some rounds. So it's the environment here is really great. The goal is just for these fighters to get off the island, and so whoever's on the island, we just get together and we train. We train hard and work to get better.
Now, going into your rematch, I'm pretty sure you're expecting the same result, but do you see it going any differently?
No. However, I do see Edward Kelly coming out a lot more aggressive in the early part of the round. The first fight, he came in a little bit too relaxed. We clinched up. I took him down right away, and that was the end. So I feel him coming out a lot stronger this time. I feel like he's going to come in swinging hard. But it's going to make no difference. I'm going to take him down, and I'm going to finish him quick.
Do you know if this fight will be in a cage or a ring?
I believe this will be in a cage.
So does that change anything? Because the last fight was in a ring.
Yeah, the last fight was in a ring, but it definitely won't change anything. It's just going to be a same fight, different ring.
Do you prefer the cage or do you prefer the ring?
When I stepped in the ring, my last fight with Edward was the first time I fought in a ring, and I liked it. It actually did not feel much different. The ropes had quite a bit of give, and it's new, but I wouldn't say I like it any more or any less. I don't mind fighting in either one.
All right, going back to that lightweight tournament, if you could pick a favorite, who would you think would be the favorite going in before any of the fights start?
Yeah, it's really interesting. There's a lot of talented guys going in, but I think I would say the two guys who I see matching up in the finals could possibly be Amir Khan and Loan Tainanes. Because those guys they're both dangerous lightweights.
Yeah, Loan Tainanes, that's a name that I think everybody has forgotten about from Hawaii, and he's returning to jump into this tournament head first. I think he's the dark horse of this tournament, and a lot of people forgot about him. What do you think of his talents?
Oh, absolutely. Loan is he's an undefeated fighter, and he's got very strong wrestling, good ground and pound, and I think he's going to give a lot of guys a hard time. I say whoever he matches up against, it's going to be a tough night for whoever he faces.
Christian, January 19th, Indonesia, One Eternal Glory. You're going to rematch Edward Kelly. And, yeah, man, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your future. You're going to be 21 this year. So you're going to be able to legally drink in Hawaii. Are you a drinker?
No, not too much.
All right, thank you for your time, Christian, and I'll speak with you soon, man.
All right, man. Take care. Thank you.